I'm Jonathan Tessier, and we're back for another episode of Wellness Wisdom, and we're here back in our little office here, and we're back with Rebecca. How you doing, Rebecca?
I'm good. How are you, Jonathan?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Not bad. So we all know throughout all our videos that diet is a huge part of being healthy and staying well and everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down some of the meals that I have, and they might be similar to stuff that you have eaten before, and we're going to break down how we can make those traditional meals just a little bit healthier.
I asked Jonathan to prepare a few meals that he really enjoys and likes to have, and I thought, you know, it might be helpful for some people to know just how to up level kind of what you are already having. I think it's so easy. Mm-hmm. We like to overhaul things. I'm going to start fresh. I'm going to get all these new recipes, but it doesn't have to be that complicated. You can totally up level meals that you're already used to making and having on a regular basis so that you don't have to like redo your pantry and all that crazy stuff. It can be simple.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, let's just get right into it. So my first meal, this is something I cook probably like a couple times a week. It's one of my favorites. Is a seared chicken breast with roasted potatoes and onions. Now, it is a pretty healthy meal, but I'm sure we can make it even better. So how can we?
Yeah, that's awesome. So I always think about how do we build a plate? Right. So what you kind of have so far is you've got your chicken breast, so that's a quarter of your plate, I'm guessing. We'll imagine that. You've got your potatoes, so that's your starchy veg, so that's the other quarter of your plate. And then you've got your onions, which I would say would kind of go on to that other half of the plate. So I think that's an easy way to kind of up level would be like maybe we can throw a side salad in there. That might be a nice way to go. Mm-hmm. And with that side salad, a couple other ways to up level is including a good healthy fat with your meal. So maybe in that salad, you're drizzling a little bit of olive oil as part of your dressing on that salad. Maybe you're doing a little bit of butter on your potatoes. That's another good healthy fat you could add in there. And then to take it just one next step further would be fermented foods. So that's kind of a great thing to add. Maybe having a little bit of sauerkraut on the side, a little bit of kimchi, or maybe for dessert you're having some yogurt or something like that. So just thinking through in that way. Mm-hmm. What do you think of that?
Well, I think that sounds pretty good. What I like about it is I can add butter, and I like butter to my meal, and so that's just great to me. I think fermented foods is something I need to get more into, but that's definitely some really good advice for sure.
Yeah, doable.
Definitely
that's
doable.
Awesome.
It's not like over the top.
Yeah, and for those people watching and listening, like maybe this week you start by adding the salad, next week you do the fermented foods,
Right.
And the other thing to always just kind of think about as well is spices are always great to add, which I'm sure you're adding to your chicken breast. So the more flavor and like thinking about flavor and color and all that kind of thing, just awesome for your gut health, awesome to make sure you're getting all those different antioxidants and that kind of thing. So awesome. That sounds like a good meal.
So the next one is kind of a comfort meal. I like cheesy beef pasta bake. That's raw beef, pasta, and shredded cheese. It's just, easy to make and tastes good.
Sounds delicious. That's awesome. You cook the beef eventually?
Exactly. Don't just eat it raw.
That's awesome. So my thought to that one would be that you could add some even just for fresh or frozen broccoli. So maybe I'm thinking you'd want to steam it a little bit before you throw it in there, depending, I don't know how well it would cook in there, but so maybe adding some broccoli to that. So think of your fat, fiber, and protein. So you've got your fat. You'd have some fat in your cheese. I'm sure you're adding some for cooking in there as well. Your fiber is going to be in your pasta. You're going to be getting some fiber in your pasta. And then your protein, of course, is going to be coming from your beef. And then we want to look at adding just veggies, a non-starchy veg. So again, I think broccoli is a great one, or even the mixes of corn and peas that you can get frozen. I just find the frozen veg are so easy. This time of year. You don't have to worry about them going bad in your fridge, that kind of thing. So frozen veg of corn pea mix would be another really great thing to add in there. And then you've got your fat, your fiber in your pasta, and then your broccoli or whatever veg you choose to add. And then you've got your protein, some healthy fats in there as well. Protein also coming from your cheese too, so that's great. And then maybe, like I said, just again to take it that one step further, having a little bit of a fermented food on the side or for your dessert.
That definitely sounds good and definitely doable. I know sometimes I do put spinach.
Perfect.
And that's another one that's good for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, spinach is a great one.
Okay, let's do the next one. So the next one is a little bit I guess people wouldn't say it's healthy, but I like it. Beef burgers with bacon and cheese, mustard and ketchup.
Let me tell you, I love a burger. I
Of course.
seriously love a burger. Okay, so yeah, you've got beef burgers with bacon, cheese, mustard, and ketchup. Awesome. So I think, again, breaking that down, you've got your protein in your burger, so that's excellent. You're getting a little bit of fiber in your bun, protein in your bacon and your cheese as well, and you're getting some good fats in there already. So what do you think you'd add?
Well, maybe some lettuce, tomatoes, that kind of stuff might help, actually.
You could, throw more of that kind of on your burger, or maybe having a salad on the side. Maybe having a small salad and some fries, being mindful of the way that you're cooking and what you're cooking them in. But a little bit of fries in there might not be like a terrible idea to get your veg in, and then just some sort of different color. So like I think I often do think of the usual broccoli and spinach for some green, for some color on your plate. Even just some chopped up carrots and celery, that kind of thing might be a good way to go. And then again, that fermented food, maybe you throw that right on your burger this time.
Want some kimchi right on the burger?
Maybe right on the burger.
Okay.
See if you like it.
Yeah, see if you like it.
I haven't tried that myself, but I know that's something that you can do, or just have it on the side. And actually, there's some fermented salad dressings out there too, so that's kind of a cool way to throw that in there too.
Absolutely. Yeah. So like during all these meals, you're obviously drinking some drinks. Is there anything you'd recommend that I drink during these meals?
Yeah, during your meal. So it's good to be mindful of how much you're drinking during a meal, because it can kind of dilute your digestive, like your gastric juices. So you don't want to drink a lot during a meal. Sipping on something through it is great. Just kind of depends, if it's a heavier meal, maybe you're sipping on a little bit of peppermint tea during or after, or ginger tea, something like that can help just digest everything. Maybe for the fermented food, you're reaching for a kombucha. You're sipping on like a kombucha or something instead of adding something like that to the side of your meal. Really just whatever you like, just being mindful that while you're eating, you're not drinking a ton, more before and after, so you're not diluting your gastric juices. And just being mindful that you've drank enough through the day. So while you don't want to drink a lot through the meal, you want to drink obviously a good amount through the day, so that does contribute to your gastric juices, so that you've got enough stomach acid, all that kind of thing, and you're able to kind of move that through your digestive system well.
Wow, that's some really good advice, and I'll definitely be thinking of that when I'm having my next meal.
That's awesome. Yeah, and it sounds doable. Like, would you actually go ahead and make some of those additions?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, I do
awesome.
think that's some very easy to do, and you're not compromising anything. You're not having to eat something you don't like. It's just adding just a little bit of healthiness to the stuff you already do enjoy. It's very easy and very doable for sure. Yeah. Well, that's some great advice, and definitely something I'll be doing in the future. And if you guys have any suggestions for meals you'd like us to break down in the future, leave them down in the comments, and let us know any other topics you'd like us to discuss, because we're going to be doing a couple more of these videos. So that's it for today. Thank you, Rebecca. But that'll be it for today. So have a good one.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us, and definitely put some meals in the comments. We would love to help you kind of up-level those things while, like Jonathan said, still eating things you actually love and enjoy.
Absolutely. Yeah. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.